Hey everybody, I'm at the San Felipe de Austin State Historical Site in San Felipe. It's where Stephen F. Austin started his first American colony in Texas. In the year 1820, at the tail end of the Spanish era in Texas, an American named Moses Austin traveled there looking to be granted an impresario contract that would allow him to sell Texas land to American settlers. Moses was a businessman and a former lead miner who had lost his fortune due to the financial downturn known as the Panic of 1819, and he speculated that unsettled lands in Texas would provide his family with financial security. However, the Spanish were wary of American troublemakers who had filibustered into Texas over the last 10 years as part of the Mexican War of Independence and turned Austin down. Luckily for Austin, another foreigner in Texas he knew named the Baron de Bastrop helped convince the Spanish governor in Texas to approve Moses Austin's plan. Unfortunately for Austin, he caught pneumonia on his trip back to Missouri. Dying, he wrote his son, 28-year-old Stephen F. Austin, that his last request was for his son to prosecute the enterprise he had commenced. Stephen decided to follow through on his father's Texas venture and arrived in Texas in August of 1821. Scouting a suitable location for his American colony, he decided on the lands between the Brazos and the Colorado rivers and located his capital on a bluff near the Brazos, which was named San Felipe de Austin. When Mexico won its independence from Spain that same year, Austin traveled to Mexico City where he got favorable colonization laws passed that helped incentivize the colony's settlers. The first 300 families that settled in San Felipe became known as the Old 300, but they would not be the last. For the next 15 years, the town became the cultural center of Anglo-Texas. Thousands of American immigrants came here to be granted a land grant from the Mexican government. The only requirement for receiving a land grant was to be of good moral character and promise you would follow the Catholic faith. And what a land grant it was! Austin issued grants for a league and labor of land well over 4,000 acres. San Felipe grew quickly for a town of its period. By the time of the Texas Revolution in 1835, the population of the town and the nearby areas was well over 1,000 people. San Felipe had a newspaper, steamboat and river trade, and a school. It also had slavery, as cotton and other cash crops were critical to the colony's economy.
Texans. News has arrived that General Cos of the Mexican army now leads a force into Texas to subdue the rebelling Texians.
When trouble with the Mexican government broke out starting in 1832, it was San Felipe that served as the revolutionary meeting place, hosting the conventions of 1832 and 1833 and the Consultation of 1835. And when the fighting of the Texas Revolution started, volunteers from San Felipe marched off to war with Stephen F. Austin to take San Antonio away from the Mexican army in 1835. However, disaster struck the next year. In March of 1836, the Alamo and San Antonio fell to Santa Anna's army, along with the Texans at Goliad. Sam Houston, in charge of the Texas Army, retreated through the town as part of the runaway scrape and ordered San Felipe burned to the ground on March 29th. Every building was set on fire so the trailing Mexican army could not use the town's supplies and shelter. San Felipe never recovered its former importance, and today the population remains around the same as it was in 1835. In 2018, the Texas Historical Commission opened a 10,000 square foot museum on the former site of the town. The museum not only features the history of the town, but features many reconstructed buildings from that era. The original San Felipe may have burned in 1836, but here at San Felipe de Austin Historical Site, they've done a great job of bringing history alive. So come visit, it's one of the best places in Texas.